Hey people, what's up? Y'all, I am at the park. Just had to get out the house some, just trying to enjoy my Saturday at the park. Looks like somebody got a family reunion going on. Playing some good music too. Mhm. Yeah, I'm just hanging out here. I ain't doing nothing, y'all. Just chilling. My granddaughter cleaned my car out, so I said I'd take myself out to eat. I went and got some Bojangles. I wanted some dessert, but I don't think it's gonna fit right now. I got chicken tenders. Oh, my ears are popping. Mm. Yeah, I wanted to get me some dessert, but I don't believe I'm gonna be able to do that. Y'all, I hope that my video is clear because I don't know. It be looking clear from my end, but then when I play it back, it don't be clear. It be like fuzzy and blurry. So if it is, just let me know. Right now, the only view is these trees. I'm not zooming in on the family reunion. Or whatever they have. I don't know if it's a family reunion or a birthday party, but they're on the upper level. I'm on the lower level. They playing some good music though. Celebration time, come on. I need to put on some makeup. Yeah, I went to Bojangles and I had some dirty rice, some macaroni and cheese. I had some what else was it? Sweet tea, biscuit with honey, and the Supremes, the 5-piece Supreme. That's what I ate. Y'all know I'm not gonna put my face on camera, right? I ain't got my mask. I need to buy some. How y'all Saturday going? Guess while I'm on here, I might as well talk about narcissists, right? We love talking about them these days. Let me finish chewing and then I'll say a thing or two. If you have a narcissist in your life, mm, I plead the blood of Jesus over you right now. Because them people know nothing better to do than destroy a person. They'll destroy your character, your family relationship. They'll destroy the relationship you have with them. Getting involved with a narcissist and you know better is like hanging yourself. I'm telling you, because they will suck life out of you, spiritually drain you, deplete. They will try to finish you off. You hear me? And I remember when I was dating a narcissist, I dated 2.5. I say 2.5 because the other guy, he was more of a situationship. But anyway, he was still a narcissist. That relationship was like, it was so wrong for me. But yet, I tried to stay in it. I tried to stay in it for the sake of peace and, you know, that's how we do. Some of us women, we'll try to keep the peace or try to keep the family satisfied and happy. And when the family finally meets a woman that they think is good for their sibling or that narcissist in their life, they'll be like, yeah, you good for him. He ain't never been like this with no other lady. They done told every they done told every girlfriend the same thing. And the only reason why they telling you that is because they don't want him beating and bugging on them or her, whoever it is. A narcissist is a narcissist, whether it's a female or a male. But my experience was the family was like, um, oh, you the longest he ever stayed with. He ain't never treated a woman like he treat you. Ooh, y'all been together a long time. But nobody told me why he won't with the other women. Instead, they were encouraging me to stay with him. And then, when they tell you them sad stories, it make you want to just stay with them. Because, if you got any kind of heart about you, you're kind of like, you lead with your heart sometimes, like I did. And I was like, dang, I feel bad. I didn't say it out loud, but in my heart, this is how my heart felt. Like, dang, I feel bad for him because, ain't nobody never treated him right. Maybe if I could just love him and help him a little more, he'll find himself and get himself together. Well, that was one the devil pulled over on me because he never got himself together. And the plans were never to get himself together, no matter how many women he went through. It was always his way or no way. And I just really hate that, I didn't know better. What in the world that car racing over there for? I didn't know better, y'all. I was so young and inexperienced at dating. Well, I wasn't inexperienced. I just had never had a good relationship. And so if you don't never have a good relationship, you can't model, pretty much you're going to pick another bad apple. If you don't never meet somebody that teaches you, or if you ain't raised, even sometimes if you is raised right, you'll still end up with a narcissist sometimes. Because I don't feel like my parents did bad raising me. And I still ended up with a narcissist. I want no dumb person. Won't ignorant, none of that. Just very sensitive. And was just looking for love in all the wrong places. To this day, I still ain't found the love that I was looking for in a man. I found it in God, but not in a man. I didn't find it. But yeah, I'm gonna let this window down so I'm getting a little hot here. But yeah, when I got with the narcissist, I was saying in my own mind, in my heart, I was like, y'all excuse me, I'm trying to get myself together because I'm thinking about turning the camera on. But I was like, he gonna change. He'll change for me. I know I can get him to change. I can get this brother to change for me. Because I was like, we got this history. We got this connection. We got this chemistry together. People don't tell you that chemistry that you have with a person is based upon the chemicals from what you do with each other. Not necessarily your needs, your more mature, important needs. But that chemistry that they be talking about, that we got chemistry together, that just means simply that we can have good sex, okay? That's what that means. We just got a good relationship based on the sex that we have with each other. But to have good chemistry, good spiritual chemistry, it's got to be more than sex. It can't just be sex. And it can't be one-sided. To the real chemistry, the real love that you're looking for, it will not be one-sided. And see, that part I never really learned when I was younger. I didn't learn that. I was 30-some years old, y'all, when I learned that. And I was like, wow, I didn't spend half my life with a guy who never really loved me. And it was based off in a feeling, based off of chemistry, based off of the fact that his family would always tell me that, he's always been in trouble, but since he's been with you, he ain't been in no trouble. And so that made me want to, keep doing what I was doing, which was spoiling him. I spoiled that dude so bad, y'all. I spoiled him. You hear me? Let me see. Can I talk in shades of gray? I'm glad it let you do. Ooh, something popped me on my face. But yeah, I had spoiled old boy really bad to the point where he. Ooh, hold up. To the point where he treated me however he wanted to treat me. And so I just, I didn't know how to get up out of that. I knew I was in a bad relationship, but I didn't know how to. Let's see. I'm trying to set this up right. Oh, did I welcome y'all to my chat? Y'all welcome to the chat. Oh, I didn't know how to get out of the relationship I was in because when you're still in love, it feels so good. And that's what it was about. Like, at the time, I wasn't sure, but come to find out he did have a good girlfriend, and so I got what I got. I didn't know it was his girlfriend though, because he kept telling me that it wasn't his girlfriend, and then the things I saw him do to her, I saw him like bust her window out and stuff, and then I was still dumb, young and inexperienced, and I was like, what? He busting her windows out for me? Look, check this out. He only busted her windows out, which she could pay probably $150, $200 back then to get a windshield. That was nothing compared to what he done to me. That man robbed me. That man stole just about all the valuable stuff I had in my home. He stole it. He stole money out of my pocketbook. That man was drugging me and putting me to sleep. You hear me? He put me to sleep, then take my car, take my money. If I had any alcohol, beer, or drugs at that time, he'd take that too. I mean, I ended up with the worstest end of that. And that guy still remained a narcissist. You cannot force a narcissist to love you. Okay? That's the thing about it. And I think somewhere in there, I was trying to force him to be the man in my imagination, the man that I thought I deserved. But he wasn't mature enough for all that. The man barely could just, he never kept a job. Well, he kept a side hustle, but that side hustle won't even for me and my kids. That was for him. That side hustle was for him. It wasn't for me. It wasn't to help buy groceries or anything like that. That was for his drug habit. So I learned a lot. When I came out that relationship, I'm going to tell y'all something. The whole 15 years I was with that man, people were like, oh, girl, you so strong. You so strong. I don't know how you did it, but you so strong. You really hung in there. You really supported him. You really stuck by him. All of that. And I did not realize how damaged I was because everybody was so fixed on telling me how good I was of a supporter for him, how good I was for him. I didn't realize that how bad he really was for me. He was toxic. And so after the relationship ended for good, after I done left him 1,000 times, maybe 2,000 times, we done broke up every 3 days we broke up. He'd go back down the road to his mama house and his friend's house and stay, and then come back. You know, we had that kind of relationship. The brother never unpacked his bags in 15 years. Never unpacked his bags. So, what ended up happening, I realized how damaged I was after we broke up. See, when you're in it, you don't feel yourself burning up like that. You don't feel the toxicity from a bad relationship with a narcissist until you leave them. When you leave them, That's when you finally realize how brainwashed you really were. That's like now. I'm in a situation with a narcissist now. I don't even know who they are, but I know that somebody has this thing out on me and blacklist and everything. And I know people are watching me, saying things about me that I'm bad for the community and stuff like that. And I don't know who's doing that. But one thing I learned from that old relationship with the narcissist that I was in was that no matter what, you have to try to stay true to yourself. And that I do. I try to stay true to myself. But I realized that they still had got a piece of brainwashing in there on me, because I found myself doing things that I wouldn't normally do. I changed up my whole routine to fit them and what they were, the inconveniences that they were causing on my life. And so that's how it is with a narcissist, whether they're a rich narcissist or a poor narcissist. They want to inconvenience you to do whatever it is that they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. No, if you got, like today, right? I didn't plan this. I really don't plan stuff like I used to. But today I was like, okay, I stayed in bed all day because I haven't been feeling my best anyway, so I'm just trying to get my strength back up. But I got up and I said, I'm going to take myself out to eat, and I'm finna come sit at the park. Okay, so the narcissist sends his people, his flying monkeys, around to follow me here at the park to make me feel uncomfortable, right? But the thing about it is, since I already know that's what they were going to do, I prepared myself ahead of time for when I see them come around or the monitors coming around. I just prepared myself. I said, you know what? I just let them be them and I be me. Because like I said, you never can feel that pain from a narcissist until you come up out of that relationship. The pain that you're going through while you with them ain't nothing compared to after when you leave them. Because you got to fight the cravings for them. They're worse than a drug. If you're in love with a narcissist, that narcissist is worse than any drug, any sugar addiction you can ever have. It is so hard to break that brainwashing, and to get rid of that image that you put in your head about that person. Because see, when I first got with old dude back in the days, the narcissist I was with, it started like this. He was so sweet and so nice to me, and he was a handsome man. The brother was good looking, you hear me? And he had waves in his hair just the way I like. And he was 6 feet tall, and he wasn't my usual per se, because I like him dark and tall sometimes, and he wasn't that. But the brother was looking kind of nice, okay? Yeah, I'm trying to see here. Okay. He was looking nice. So that's what attracted me to him, how he treated me and how he was like, he love bombed me. He was like, oh, you want anything while I'm going in here at the store? And you don't think about stuff like that. I didn't think about it, how he's only spending $1 for a soda, and why am I getting excited about him buying me a soda? The brother spending $1. That dollar soda costed me more than $1. That dollar soda costed me, when I actually got into the relationship with him, that dollar soda cost me every bit $100. Anything he ever did for me, he got it right back some kind of way. That's how the narcissist is. The narcissist not going to do nothing that is for you. He's not going to do it for you. He going to do it for himself or herself. And they'll make it look like it's for you, and you'll feel like it's for you until they pull that rug off and underneath your foot, and then you realize it's not for you. To this day, I'm pissed off. Look at my teeth. My teeth got messed up because of my relationship with him. If I wouldn't have never been in that relationship with him, I'd have me some pretty teeth right now. But anyways, you don't feel the pain of it until you exit the relationship. The pain that you're feeling now, that pain that says, "Oh, I'm so ready to go. I'm ready to leave him. I'm tired of him doing me like this." That is nothing compared to the pain of when he actually does leave. It changes up so much. That pain goes from horrible and hurting to a whole mental breakdown. Mental breakdown. That's what it goes to. And if if you numbed out doing that, whenever you finally do come to reality that you and that man ain't together no more, or you and that woman ain't together no more, it's gonna blow your mind. Because you've been living in a fairy tale this whole time. You've been living in your imagination this whole time, thinking that this brother or sister gonna do right. And the whole time, they knew they weren't gonna do right. That just wasn't who they were. That's who you wanted them to be. And see, that's where the problem came in with me. I want this guy to be like my daddy. My daddy took care of his family. My daddy fixed stuff around the house. My daddy kept everything up. And it seems like when the good men leave, you can tell because everything go down. And and so I was so busy trying to make him be conformed to like my daddy. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to have him to conform to be more like my daddy, to the point where I didn't realize that he was really training and conforming me. Because see, every time that we had a fallout, I would be the one, well, I wouldn't always be the one to ask him back. Oh, I thought that was a motorcycle. But that's that car sound like that. Y'all, I'm finna show y'all a motorcycle, but it won't. Okay. So it would be, every time he would leave, he trained me to wait on him till he came back. And what I mean by that is, during that time, I'm at home miserable. For about 2 weeks, I'm home miserable. My mind craving him. It ain't even necessarily a sex thing at this point. It ain't even, it's not even my body craving him. It's my mind craving him. My mind is craving that familiar routine, okay? And so he would be out having his fun, and there I was. Now I was doing all the stuff that he would normally do, trying to act like him, trying to talk like him, trying to keep myself up like him, And then when he come back, it just start all over again, the cycle of abuse. That's what it's called. Cycle of abuse. It just start all over. And when that cycle finally ended, it was a hard blow. I would say when that cycle ended, it was the hardest blow of all times. Because this man had then called me fat, nasty, pie face, MF of this, MF of that. He then called me all kind of B words. He had then basically put my whole demeanor down, my whole being down for over 15 years. So when I finally left him, those words were still with me. Those words were still in my head, ringing out. I got so used to hearing them and being called that, to the point where when he was gone, I was hearing it in my head. It was like he was in my head. I was following the routine that he had planned for me. That's how dangerous it is to get invested into a narcissist. A person that has narcissism personality disorder will train you. Don't think you're going to outsmart them. The only way you're going to win the game is not to play the game. That's the only way. Because a person who has that personality disorder, they can go on and on for years doing that. You know why? Because that's their personality. It's not a flaw to them. That's who they are. It's a flaw to us because we're like, who in their human mind would treat people like this? Because that's what we used to humanity. See, people with narcissism, they're not. What's humanity? Everybody owes me something. You know, why should I be nice to you if you haven't done X, Y, and Z for me? Why should I have to, tell everybody you're my girlfriend when you haven't done anything for me to deem you worthy enough to be my girlfriend? It's that type of mentality that you're gonna deal with when you're dealing with a narcissist. So they can go on and on, like I said, for years, cause this is who they are. They don't end. They don't stop, even when they are in their 90s and 100 years old. That narcissism does not grow out of a person. It doesn't grow out of a person. That person's got to want to change. They got to actually see the problem within themselves. And the problem with narcissists is they can't see within, because everything they're doing is justified by how they were treated in the past to them. Are y'all still with me? I am so sorry. Are y'all still here? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to get this. Okay. So, as I was saying, in their mind, they are justified to behave the way they behave. They are justified to act the way they act. They have every reason to in their mind, because somebody hurt them when they were younger, and now this is who they are. This is just who I am. Why can't you accept me for who I am? That's how they are. And if you can't deal with that, then ain't no need in being with no narcissist. Because that man or woman is not going to change for you. They can pretend to change for you for only such a short amount of time. It's not going to be long. It won't be long, because they can only hide that for so long, and until it just gets to them. See, if they keep going along with what you're saying, then that means you putting them down. And see, that's what made them like that in the first place, was somebody putting them down. So now you reminding them of their abuser. And that's why they come back and they treat us bad. Because we remind them sometimes of their abuser. And how do we do that? Because our characteristics, they want our characteristics. They want people to instantly like them. They want to be able to say things that people are going to adore. They want to be able to look the part, act the part, and they just don't have those qualities. So whatever they learn it from you. And if they are triangulating, which they will, they'll get with other women and other men. Sometimes the men will be with men, sometimes the women will be with women. I mean, that's how they do. That's how they roll. But they will, if they are triangulating, they will, what was I going to say? Y'all, lost train of thought. Y'all, I'm sorry. See, that's another side effect from being with a narcissist. You will have brain fog. You'll find yourself jumping topics. I mean, it's so many conditions that come along with that. But what was I going to say? If they are triangulating, I don't know, so I'm going to skip it. It might come back to me. But whenever they start triangulating, oh, I know what I was going to say now. Okay, so when they start triangulating, when you first got with them, they may not have knew how to love a person and make it look genuinely, or know how to be kind to a person. But see, because you was all those things to them, now they're going to go and take your characteristics that you were to them and go use it on the next woman. And the next man. That's why you be hearing women when they be saying, I was with him, but I prepared him for her. They didn't mean to do that. They didn't know any better. They didn't mean that. I didn't mean to prepare him for her. I thought he was going to be with me. That was me That's how I felt. I was like, dang, I didn't taught this dude how to do all this stuff, and now he taking my loving, this piece of me that I didn't took time to teach him how to be to a woman. Man, they would listen. They heard you. They were listening to you the whole time. They saw you the whole time. You know, all them times when you got mad and you was hold up a minute. Oh, all them times when you got mad and you were huffing and puffing and you just wanted somebody to hold you. Well, he doing that with another woman now, or she doing that with another man now. I mean, just being real. I mean, you taught them how to do it, but they could never do it on you because they won't trying to win you because they already had you. Once they have you, they don't do that chivalry stuff. Shoot, be sitting around looking stupid. You go from being a person that loves to go out to being a person that love to stay home because you be tired of getting embarrassed. Man, I was an outgoing person. Man, every weekend I stayed at the clubs. Well, not every weekend, y'all. I had kids, so it wasn't every weekend. But even if I won't out, I was always doing something at home. I was always having a party, always having shindigs, cookouts, cook-ins. You know, inviting family, friends. That's how I was until I got with him, and then he took all that away because everywhere we went, he showed his butt. Everywhere, everywhere we went, he showed his butt. So that and after that's happened to you over 15 years, you kind of be like, okay, well, I don't care nothing about that going out now. But I'm gonna tell you though, I worked on myself. It took a lot of praying, a lot of studying. I studied narcissism for altogether. I'm gonna say probably I've been studying in mental health since I was a child, really. But when it came down to the relationship parts and the drug addictions and stuff, um, since 2005. And I just always tried to help people in that area. A bad man or a bad woman will change everything about you. Everything about you. Don't ever think that you can change them. You can't change them. They can change you though. Because if you let yourself go, they can change everything about you. Yep. Everything. They can change you, but you can change nothing on them. Because narcissists aren't going to let you change them. They're going to let you think that you changed them. And you're going to get naive and think that you have made a difference in their life. Reality is their heart is cold. They have a reprobated mind. Even God has rejected some of these people. I'm not gonna say all, but even God has rejected some of these people with the reprobated mind who can't see within. So what do you think that you can do with them? If God says I don't want nothing to do with them, and now here you go trying to have something to do with what, that's gonna be your fault. That's gonna be your fault, because when they first show you who they are, you better believe them and not be going back looking for no reaction, because that was my downfall too. I went back looking for a reaction. I was trying to get the brother to hug me, kiss me, do something. I wanted him to make me feel special. I wanted that baby boy type of thing, you know. I wanted that baby boy type of thing, you know, when Yvette gets to fussing and then Jody hits Yvette in the eye, and then next thing you know, see, I was used to toxic stuff. I was used to abuse. So getting hit in the eye or getting hit with something won't new to me. It was familiar. So I allowed that type of abuse and stuff at that time. And I wanted that to happen so that we could do what came next. You know, you break up the makeup. So I wanted to hurry up and get to the makeup part. But the makeup parts never came the way I wanted it to. I always felt like I was buying him. That's what it always felt like. Felt like I was just buying him, buying his love and buying his affection. Fake affection. Oh my God. The brother hated me so bad, y'all. That brother hated me so bad. It was hard for him to even fake that he wanted to hug me. I remember one time we was in church at a funeral, and it was one of his friends, and I reached down to grab his hand for support. He yanked his hand back and said, like that, like, leave me alone. Don't touch me. I was so embarrassed. I never tried that no more. Next time I let him deal with it on his own. But yeah, y'all, them narcissists is something. Alright, so I can tell you this though, if you want to get your life back, take it. They took it from you, now you got to go take it back. You ain't got to steal it. You ain't got to beat nobody down for it. Just take it back. The only person you're going to have to fight with is you. Yup. That's it. The only person you're going to have to fight with is you. Because you're going to excuse me. Because you're going to want to do things the way you used to doing it. And when you dealing with a narcissist, there is nothing normal about that. So you're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone, get outside of what you normally would do, and get into the Word of God, because you're going to need to protect your mind and your body. Because it's going to be hard to resist them cravings. I went, and these aren't, okay, for some people it can be sexual gratification and stuff, but for most it's not even that. It's just the brain, the chemical changes in the brain. See, they trained you to have all these endorphins in the brain. And so when you see them come around, you're smiling and you're giggity goo. You know, just as happy as you can be to be around them until they snatch that happiness off and underneath you. But see, you've been trained for it. So you're used to going from happy to sad. You're used to the life getting sucked out of you. But I'm going to tell you right now, take your life back. Take it back. Only you can do it. Only you can do it. If you got to fight with your mind and say, mind, we not letting that man back in this house. Mind, we not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We not finna get addicted to nothing else but the Word of God. Take your life back. It's broody on the other side of your brokenness. I promise you, if you walk with God on this thing, you're going to be all right. I ain't saying it's going to be no perfect walk, no easy walk. But if you stay with Him, you're going to be all right. You will be all right. Because the enemy wants you to believe that you can't get free, but you can. You're only as free as you are in the mind. And that's no matter what anybody does to you. You're only free as your mind is. So you have to take it. I still have to fight with myself, y'all, and I ain't been with him in over, I think I've been 13 going on 14 years single. And I still struggle with some things to this day. Y'all, my face look all chubby. See, it's how I got my camera. No, I actually got a little chub face. It's how I got my camera too, though. But yeah, I hope this has helped somebody. I mean, it just went where it went. I love these moments when it just goes where it goes, and I never know what I'm gonna say. But I think I needed this for even myself because I have been letting these narcissists just suck life out of me. It's they like leeches. Like if you get excited or happy about one thing, they'll come back and do several small things to hit you that much harder. But when you have faith in God, just don't be shakable. Don't move. Don't move. If you gotta keep your game face on, keep your game face on. Don't move. Don't move because they have taken enough. Yep. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get off, and if all hearts and minds are clear, if all hearts and minds are clear, I'm gonna get me some teeth one day, y'all. One day I'm gonna have some beautiful teeth. Y'all gonna say that girl said she's gonna go get her teeth fixed. I just gotta find the right doctor to do it. And why is that? Because look at all these young boys out here playing. Okay. Okay, so I was just checking my surroundings, y'all. But one day I'm gonna get me some teeth. What's taking time is because once you go on these lists, these lists that these people put out for you, they go to the doctors, they go everywhere that there's a business and everywhere that there's not a business. So I gotta find somebody that will be willing to help me get my teeth situation right without trying to hurt me. All right, y'all. I might even get a home because I'm getting sleepy. Mm. Oh, I'm getting tired. All right, so peace, love, and happiness.